Hello, you are listening to Dr. Karen Little. I am your Heritage and Multicultural Tourism Specialist. Today I want to talk about what is heritage and multicultural tourism. The first thing we need to understand is that the words heritage and cultural or multicultural have become interchangeable. They ultimately mean the same thing, whether we're talking about the preservation of cultural aspects or historic sites. It's still used interchangeably. So, what is heritage and multicultural tourism? Well, heritage tourism is a burgeoning travel market which is rapidly becoming a driving force within the travel community. Major units of the travel industry have discovered the value attached to multicultural travel. Visitors bureaus, ministries of tourism, tour agencies, hotel chains, airlines, conference planners, convention bureaus, they're all putting a dollar value of over $90 billion on this burgeoning travel market. Many in the travel industry identify the following ethnic groups as a part of the multicultural tourism market. We have those of the Asian diaspora, those of the Latin/Hispanic travel diaspora, the African diaspora, and those of the Native American diaspora. So we have the Asian diaspora, Latin diaspora, African diaspora, and Native American diaspora. The gay and lesbian groups and the handicapped travelers are included in the multicultural travel market. And the reasoning behind that is those members will fall into one of those four groups ultimately. So, why multicultural travel? Well, it is a very lucrative market and it is growing. And people of color, as the world majority, have a natural affinity for the multicultural tourism market. This speaks to something that we have identified as beyond the five star, a concept as known as beyond the five star encompasses the ideas that the multicultural traveler prefers to touch the local culture rather than to be guided by the suggestions of the hotel travel brochures or the hotel concierges. These Eurocentric marketing concepts tend to highlight the mainstream population and promote itineraries suited for the luxury traveler. The multicultural traveler wants to touch the local culture. And so those typical marketing concepts do not satisfy the needs and the desires of the multicultural traveler. The multicultural traveler wants to stay in maybe a bed and breakfast or one of the smaller cottages instead of the luxury hotels. They want to enjoy some of the local cuisine instead of traveling all the way across the world and eating an American dish that is typically served in the luxury hotels. Those types of aspects have become very important and they're now being addressed within the multicultural travel tourism industry. In the 1970s, travel was a niche market. Not everybody traveled regularly in the 1970s. It was for those people who were elite, who had plenty of disposable income and those types of things. But now tourism is for everybody. We find that the multicultural tourism market is the fastest growing segment in the industry. People of color and people traveling to experience what the multicultural tourism market has to offer is the fastest growing segment. They travel more often, they stay longer on their trips, and they spend more money. So it just makes sense that everybody involved in the industry begin to actively participate in this market. So, the definition of the global definition of heritage and multicultural tourism is something that we came up with at TPOC. TPOC stands for Travel Professionals of Color. I was the Heritage Tourism Director for that association for 10 years. And 10 years ago, when it was just very new concept, these ideas and the interest in this market was very new, we defined for cultural travelers the definition. And that definition has become widely used in the industry. That definition is lovingly called the 5 P's plus me. Yes, the 5 P's plus me. And it goes like this: connecting travelers to the pulse of the people, places, and practices of the past, plus me. Now, initially, we only had the 5 P's, but after years of research, we began to realize that modern day history was very important to the cultural traveler, and so we added plus me. My name is Dr. Karen Little. I am a heritage and cultural tourism specialist. I own Beyond the Five Star, and you can find me at www.beyondthefivestar.com, or you can call our offices at 720-552-2346. Thanks and happy travels.